Hello world, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Campaign Mode. This is the series where we play Kerbal Space Program together. Using the rules in the description below, we are going to just play Kerbal Space Program until we go bankrupt. As I said last episode, the idea of this is that on every episode, you guys tell me what missions you want done. If someone else has said what the idea you have, just like his comment, and from that I can tell what you guys most want done, and we'll do that. Things have to obviously come in moderation. I mean, we're not going to be able to do like some entire interstellar mission straight off the bat. However, obviously because we're running on a budget. However, we've got some missions lined up today, and we're going to jump right into that. And first off, before we jump right into that, because jumping right into that would be a little bit apprehensive, we got mods. Yes, of course, it's me. I've got mods here, and it's good to be playing this. Going over a few mods. What have we got? We've got the KSPX or XKSP. I can never remember what it is, but it is the Kerbal Space Program expansion pack. It has just had its proper release. You get some interesting little parts like this, and if I recall, I heard that the person who actually behind the pack is being hired to do art actually for Kerbal Space Program, because they have the correct theme and stuff, and I mean, that's brilliant. That's wonderful stuff. Yeah. A lot of you suggested, and has been recommended to me previously, the Home Bobcat Industries stuff. This is also the Ant, which goes inside the Home. Home is a series of base making equipment. Trying to find something now to show you. Power plant, recon. Here's something cool. It won't fit on there. Nodes, they're a fun thing. Hi. That'll do. Anyway, this is all folded up, and you had that Ant little vehicle back here. Where is it? Yeah, you stick a decoupler in there, mount it in the roof, facing the correct way, and you can, you've got a transport case for a little two-man rovery thing. Handy little things. We'll see what we can do with this kind of stuff. I got one little man lander can. That's pretty cool. No interiors for those yet, but maybe one day. Crazy little rovers. That used to come in parts. These parts are a little bit laggy actually. I'm not sure why these particular parts. I think there's just something about them. They're just they're very high in. They're high in latitudes. Yes, these one have multiple levels of latitude. Yeah, but they're pretty cool stuff. They've got all the nodes to go with it. I've got various bits and bobs. Other major things. We don't have Nova Punch or KW. We've got the Soyuz rocket in here. We've got Tavarius's whatchamacallit, airplane stuff. For some reason, Kerbal's in little tombs. The Eterno Rest. Yeah, space coffin. I know, right? So yeah, we got all sorts of mods in here. We've got the Rumfire laser system. That allows us to have little docking cameras of all sorts. We're also going to be using the fairing factory stuff. I've got fairing made up already. 2 sets for 1 meter. Fairing factory, if you've never used it before, is an amazing thing. You can custom size stuff. Ooh, I am just throwing bits around right now, all twitchy. But yeah, you can do stuff like that. Very simple. And once again, every payload fairing in the world, hard to pick up. We could do that and do something like that. Like that. How cool is that? Very handy. Oh god, so hard to pick up. I've got the Bobcat Industries mirror stuff in here, but I think I'm going to remove that. Not really that useful to me. Mark IV fuselage stuff. Very large, hollow fuselage. Good for carrying big things. very big things, all sorts of junk really. We got all sorts. Cathane, of course. Actually, that's something we can go over. Your suggestions on the little regarding video I did. Squeaky chair, wow. The top suggestion, it was colonize and put weapons on the moon. That comment was by Calantlore. It's not something we're going to be able to do straight off, but we can work towards that actually. What would be cool would be having a landing interplanetary atomic missile or something on the north pole of the moon. Give those aliens what for. That's cool actually, that's pretty cool. Another one, colonize, colonize the moon. I'd like to make a moon base. I haven't made a moon base since I made a little one a long time ago. Kerbal Rocketry suggested doing a space station and doing missions to it, like for food and supplies and stuff, crew rotation. That's awesome. I haven't got rules for that sort of stuff because I like to leave that stuff up to the individual's preference. And the suggestion was also made to not use stuff like Oxygen Mod because those are still a bit hard to balance for balance between interplanetary and not being overpowered. Yeah. The first mission we're going to do is suggested by Science Rules 118, and that's do a 100-kilometer orbit of a probe for 4 months, then bring it back. Now, I like this. I like this because it's got something extra. We have to bring the probe back, which is something I don't usually do. So that's pretty cool. We've also got some interest in Joule and Lathe. Purple Ninja said we should go check out Lathe and maybe build a base and stuff like that out there, because not a lot of people go to Lathe. There's not much to look at Lathe, and I think Lathe is the pretty wet one, isn't it? Let's go check it out, shall we? Can I check it out with this? Lathe I'm looking for. Ike, Joule, Lathe. Yeah, Lathe is the pretty wet one. Huh, this crater looks very similar to the crater on Kerbal. I mean, that's an entire side of the planet that's like water. That's amazing. I wonder why that is. I wonder why one side of the planet is more covered in water than the other. I am not an exoplanetologist, thingamabobbologist. Yeah, we've got the Stay Putnik Mark 1-2, which will get its name once it gets in orbit. Waiting on the launch pad. Some tankers are out there. They've been refueling it. And our timer is Space Command. That's what we're calling it. In my rules, it's just to keep track of things overall in time, rather than mission time for the individual vehicle, which can change if you're docking things together. I always suggest leaving something out by the Space Center for various uses. These ants are cool. What else we got? I can't think of what else mods we got. We do have loads of little things. Something just popped up in my brain. We have got the hot beverages, I think incorporated. Fuel cells. Fuel cells. Now, what are fuel cells? Well, the astute observer will know that the Apollo Saturn V, the command module, didn't have solar panels. It did generate its own power though, with some weird sciencey stuff involving a generator and fuel cells, which are, I guess, like posh batteries fueled by like hydrogen. I don't know. I don't know its science. H2 and O2, so that's hydrogen and oxygen, and the byproduct is water. Yeah, I think that's it. Something like that. Someone will probably tell me I'm wrong. Yeah, but these are really cool because they're about 14 days-ish, I think, which is handy. I've got telescoping struts. I don't have the old damn you Japan's stuff, his robotics pack, but handy stuff. Various other little cargo bays, nonsense bits. The satellite mapping mod, of course. Yeah, yeah, I think I've rambled a little bit too long onto this, so is there anything to move on before this? Yeah, Purple Ninja suggested lathe, and long-time viewer Drago Skunky has suggested Jewel. Actually, I think Purple Ninja's been around a long time. I remember your name. I do. And Polar Surveyor was suggested as well. Or like Polar Orbiting Satellite. Yeah, we can map the planet like that as well. And Pirate suggested I use the missile mod. I thought I had it installed, but I guess I had to fix my Kerbal Space Program, because for some strange reason all of the configuration files and everything everywhere mysteriously deleted. Don't know why. It's a little bit odd. So we are going to go to the Stay Putnik on the launch pad. It's a beautiful morning here at the launch pad. This is our rocket. I've built it already. I just wanted to get us started. This is going to be delivering a very small little probe ball. It's got all our science equipment, and it's a very expensive rocket. It's just shy of 35,000. Our budget is 100,000. This is our clock, our little clock. It's a giant telescope, which the solar panels have not loaded. Interesting. Yeah, it's a giant telescope mounted on the back of a truck. We've got the refueling trucks seem to have just parked themselves anywhere. They were nice. Whatever. We may have to remove them eventually from the vicinity. And I'm actually going to bring up my orbital information right here. Very nice. And we're going to begin the countdown as the inaugural start of the subscriber run campaign mode. I don't even have to do a countdown, because as magic would have it,
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
awesome. How cool is that, huh? Okay, it's what's going up? Let's prep the map. 100 kilometers, eh? Okay. This should be able to do it. I have faith. Those little fins go. Might, you know, it could have probably done without those. Does it have gimbaling? No, that's a big one. Big one, isn't it? Ooh, hiccups. Mad hiccups. I always get the mad hiccups when I launch rockets. But of course you already know that. Oh, have you guys seen the rover wheels? How cool are they? For 0.19 they're probably going to be coming in. We're going to be getting two sizes of wheels. Little tiny wee ones, and big ones that pop. They burst. Tires can burst, and then little Kerbals can repair. How cool is that? Very cool, I hear you saying. Very cool. We're still in our upward. I'm going to hotbox this. Yeah, seems appropriate. There we go. Nice. Bring that to 45. Perhaps this is climbing. This is kind of a budget rocket because the payload's so expensive. There we have it. On our final stage already. Pushing that apoapsis up. Cute little bullet of a rocket. I like these one-mate payloads. We do have some fuel in the actual probe itself, but most of that is for bringing it back home. 8, 9, bam, 100 kilometers. Engine cut, coastal apoapsis, we are in space, payload fairing, removal. Beautiful. And here's our probe. Parachute on the back there. We're actually going to turn on our computers after we have done our final burn into orbit. This device is connected here by an extra node on top of the parachute. That's a configuration edit which comes with one of the launch escape towers, so you can attach a launch escape tower to the top of the parachute for little pods and stuff, and which is pretty cool. Most of the goodies on this is clipped on the inside. Like if we just come inside, we've got RTG in there. We've got the little fuel tank, the Oscar B, I think. Yeah, the Oscar B fuel tank. Is it? Yeah. Which it's a little off center. Shouldn't be too bad. And these little radial mount engines, which are from the stock expansion, stock expansion pack. Pretty handy. We're coming up, so we're going to be doing our burn very, very soon. When we get to about 98, I think, we're going to be powering on the engine. Shutting it down for a second here. Full throttle, 98, and wait till 98,500, 3, 4, 5, and on. And we'll have to wait a little bit more, I think. Oh, we're not actually our apoapsis is 101. Ah. You know what? Let's add a maneuver. How cool is that? Maneuvers. Forgot about those. Wow, we just popped that out. We're in space. Now we'll circularize. That was a lot of silence there while I burnt. And there goes our debris. Yeah, bit of a dodgy orbit. We can fix it though. With our gamma fuel. That just needs popping out 100 meters. And then that just needs bringing down. Which is fine. Coming up. Like that, and whiz that thing around. There we go. Precision. Precision. Yeah, it's good to be playing Kerbal Space Program again. I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put some people in space, along with maybe another probe, a polar mapper. That's close. Well, it's 100 by 100, so there we go. Awesome. And it took 42 minutes. Now for the final part. This might pump us into a 100 by 1 just from the thing, but we have to eject this stage. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and gone. Yeah, put us into a 1 by 100. Actually, let's fix that, shall we? There we go. Perfect. Lovely. And our first piece of space debris. And here she is in her full glory. We're going to Alt-L stage lock. We are going to turn on our systems. Excuse me. And we have also got a little another mod on here, which is one of my favorites. This is the Graphitron. This actually records the data, so we're gonna up the resolution here a little bit to 5. And I select our sources, and our sources are, we're going to be the velocities, pressure, yeah. Let's get all this graphed, all of it, all 9 sources, and draw the plot. And I'll catch you in 4 months. We're gonna leave this up here for 4 months, and bring her back. Hopefully land her in Africa somewhere around here. We're aiming for the Space Center when we bring her back. But until then, she has a mission, a 4-month mission to record data, just as a learning. Yeah, that didn't make sense at all. Just as a learning experiment. Ooh, the Kerbal scientists, they love this sort of stuff. Isn't she a cute probe? I'm quite pleased with how she looks. And that little piece of junk's going to annoy me forever. Hey, look, it's the moon. One of the little tricks I did here was, instead of using the node on the back of the Stay Putnik here for attaching the fuel tank even inside, is I put a strut there, not on the node, but just, well, radial attaching to the back over the node rather than to the node. Then rotated it backwards so the strut faced inside, then attached the tank to the strut. Then we could put the parachute on the back of the Stay Putnik probe, and then mounted this stuff around the fuel tank. And I think we can't actually zoom in enough to see inside the fuel tank, I don't think. No, we can't. No, I don't want to deploy the parachute. I think that what we can do is bring out the old smart ass and just go prograde a bit. Yay, prograde. All our information panels, aren't they cool? As you can see, we're getting some graph data. This is just registering the various things that these probes are sensing down to a graph, and then it'll save it to a PNG when I click the button. Cool. And I'll actually I'll stick up the PNG in the description when we bring this thing back in 4 months. I'll see you in 4 months. I'm definitely going to do the building on camera for some of it. I just wanted to get through that rather quickly on this first episode. Let me know whether you actually like to watch the building or not. I mean, I think I'll actually record the building for like really interesting things, but for the actual rockets themselves, not so much. So maybe I'll just stick to payloads in the future. Anyway, it's been just about 55 days in orbit for Stay Putnik Mark 1-2. It's about halfway through her 4-month mission. On the pad right now we have a station node. This is literally all of our money gone. This thing costs, I think I still have it in here in the VAB as well, that I can take a look at. There we go. Yeah, 64 grand. 65. So that's 90. The other one's 35. Just share 35. We basically got loose change left. So if this goes wrong, we're in the bunk. We haven't been paid for the other one yet, simply because the mission's not over. 2 months left. We'll get the money after. Alright guys, it's been wheeled out onto the launch pad. We've got custom fairings once again on this thing. It's a tender, little RCS and a tiny little engine tender, docking node either end, and a, what are these, 6 ways? Square has 6 sides, doesn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, I had to count that. And we've also we've attached 4 of these docking struts to each clamp there, just to strengthen the connections. And we've got 4 engines mounted on a quad coupler down here. The quad coupler comes with the Kerbal Space Program expansion pack. Good fun, good times. This is the bit where I check whether I'm muted. That's funny. Anyway, time for the countdown in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
I like that. I like that. I don't know whether these rockets are too loud yet. I've got to rebalance all the sound and everything. We've also got a fuel cell on board. The tug anyway. Hopefully this mission goes well, otherwise it's all our money. We'll have a slight comeback from the probe mission if successful. And we're hoping we can get the probe to land at least somewhere this side of these hills. Then we can cover it with a truck and a crane. Which will be interesting. I think we're picking up a spin here. That could cause issues for us. We're going to try and stick this at about 100 kilometers equatorial, but booster separation. Wasted a lot of fuel there because I didn't measure myself or throttle back. Come into this turn. Try and keep on that 90. Let's go with the 4 engines on the back. Yeah, this wasn't very efficient. Hopefully we can make it. Because now we just got this little engine, which it's alright once you're out of the thick atmosphere. But, we're still on our upward profile. Upward profile? Yes, that's what I said. I'm sticking to it. Actually, we're going to move off now to a vertical, or horizontal rather. Horizontal is the one that goes across. Vertical is up and down. Man, I'm terrible with words. There we go. On the 90, we're just going to keep that there. Keep burning like this. Hello, home. What are we at? Just coming up on 70 kilometers apoapsis. 2/4 of a tank left. Going up to half tank. Don't want to rely on the fuel on board the tug. There's not much of it and the engines are pretty weak. We should be pushing out quite an ellipse right now. Just trying to keep it on that 90. Yeah, it's not bad. I really do like these payload fairings. They are the best. They are the best current payload fairings. It's the extra bit of, you know, like exiting the game and loading in new parts when you need them, and eventually you'll end up with a shit ton. But if you make a set range of stock sizes, I mean, like those 1 meter ones are pretty invaluable. Okay, 90 kilometers, almost out of fuel. Okay, 100 kilometers. It's not bad. It's not bad. We might better do this, just. Okay. Here it comes. 92, 104. We'll use the station creeping to fix that. Oh wow, hey, we're in space. And funny thing is, these payload fairings are just going to float endlessly up here. This is annoying. I think I will have enough fuel to... Wow, this thing's a slug. Let's get that thing retrograde. I just want to get those payload fairings back in the atmosphere. What a waste of fuel though. Once we're up here though, we should be able to do it fine. Time to wraps this 100 seconds. 40 seconds. Should be enough time to bring you around. Just helping out with the RCS. Okay. Want that just under 60. There we go. Oh, we're in the dark. Could do with some ejection charges up top. But there we are, we're free. Now, prograde, please. Because we don't want to go down with those. We're already going to have this bit floating up here, but hey. Actually, what do we? How much fuel do we have there? 45. That'll be enough, won't it? What's our weight? What is our weight? 11 tons with that, so... Actually, yeah. Should be able to do it. Take a while. I can watch it down here. Those little engines go. That was the cheapest I could get that rocket to go. It's pretty unsafe. Alright, we'll get to this to 100 and then we'll bring down the apoapsis. That's just, we're getting right off, so it's probably actually safer to go to the periaps and bring down our apoaps. Yeah, that's the best. That way we save fuel. You know, the more time we're burning not on our apoapsis or periaps, we're kind of wasting fuel. And there is a way of using the maneuver nodes to offset that by burning at the right angle, I think. So, well, it's kind of quick just to wait for apoapsis or periaps. Okay, 105. And where's all that junk? There it goes. That's actually orbiting, isn't it? Yeah, it's still orbiting. Damn it. Yeah. It's because I'll have to switch over it somehow and kind of enable the physics, I guess, so that it gets dragged down by the atmosphere. Ugh. It's alright. Whee! Come on, get your ass around. Probes have slower turning. It's pretty exact. About 300 meters off. Each difference. It's not much difference at all. Oh, yes. Successful mission. Pretty efficient too, I think, on the fuel. I mean, obviously it can be done better, but hey. And this tinder will stay on here. And here we can see all the little struts on it now and stuff. And I think we can actually, yeah, link and then link like that as well. So if you want to hold on to that really tight, mate, you can do that. Let's unlink. Yeah. I had some trouble with nodes. I had a piece of space station up here and a piece over here, and I linked from that piece to that piece rather than to the node, and they basically attempted to pull each other inside out, and there was massive explosions. And it's kind of how the Frakes Riker station was destroyed. Yeah. So what do we got left? Got solar panels as well, and just in case anything damages the solar panels, we have a fuel cell up there, which is good for 14 days of power. We also got the engine, so cool. That is, oh god, need to get me rules up now while this thing's floating. There it is, rules. Right, mission. That was a space station module, which is the first time you do it. It's not affected by the probe thing, but that's 60,000 reward. First orbit. I think that only applies to men, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Okay, so we got 60,000. We've also got the. We got any achievement bonuses? Was there a first space station one? I can never remember. Nope, nope. So that's just straight up space station. So 60k for that. The thing cost no, it actually cost 60 something, didn't it? Really? I can't remember. It's been so long. Anyway, we're gonna leave that up there. In that desert somewhere, there's a little temple, and sometimes you can actually see it. You know. It's a tiny little speck somewhere. It's where is it? It's like over here-ish, I think. Yeah. Anyway, this doesn't have a name for the space station. If you have suggestions for the space station name, put them down the bottom, because right now it's just a station node. And why is everything landed at KSP? Oh, because it has landed at KSP. That was weird. My brain hurt for a second there. I got to get rid of all that debris. Yeah, stay put Nick's up there, doing well. Check out the final price. See whether we came up on top. Let's load it up. Where did I put it? Station node. Come on. There we go. And you? That was 64. So, you know, 4 grand in the hole. But we, you know, we did alright. We did alright. It's, we'll get the money back from the other one. I'm gonna annotate these videos with all the prices and stuff, like the prices on the mission launches and then on the success, the rewards. Just because I know my rambling is rather insane. But I think that's a great start to the space program. So suggestions for the next missions. Obviously we're building the space station now, and we want to start colonizing the moon, get our people up there, and we also want to get Kerbals in space, because this has been a probe episode really. I think the next part of the space station will have people in it, or Kerbals, you know, some habitation system. And in celebration of the successful launch of the first part of a space station, it's time for fireworks. Well, that didn't work. Wow. What the hell did I do? I'm zooming in. There's nothing here. I've just propelled the camera into space. Well, we're off this way apparently. Bye. See you later. Damn. I guess this is a good way to end it, I think. It's kind of scenic. Take some screenshots. Moon's over there. Cool. I think I've got myself a new wallpaper. Anyway, I will catch you guys the next episode. Once again, I have to say, post the missions you want done in the description or the comments below, and if someone's already suggested it, there's something you want to do, just like their comment, and then you'll be voting for that one, and yeah, that stuff. So thank you for watching. I was Stimpy, this is Kerbal Space Program, and the missions were from you. Have a lovely day, have a lovely evening. Goodbye!